What's up, everybody? My name is Kev. Welcome to Kev Investigates. New YouTube channel for me. Not my only YouTube channel, but new, entertaining, step away from what I actually talk about in most cases, which is college football. In the off season, there's times we discover things, right? And I'm older, so I guess I'm out of the circle on a lot of this stuff because I'm not a big social media guy. Yeah, most of the time when I check social media, it's got to do with college football and sports and that kind of thing. More of a sports guy, but I also watch a lot of workout videos, bodybuilding, that type of stuff, fitness. And I came across, of course, a guy very popular, big name in YouTube and other places, Greg Doucette. Well, Greg Doucette talked about a lot of these influencers and how some of these influencers were very fake in the fitness industry and just, I guess, on the internet, Instagram, TikTok, all this other shit. And I never really I didn't think about it. I'm like, what is he talking about? So he talks about this guy named Johnny Bravo, who has a big channel or whatever. I guess Johnny Bravo investigates a lot of these they call themselves alpha males. And this is new to me, right? I've heard the word alpha, all this stuff, but I didn't know there was a such thing as a group of people running around the internet calling themselves alpha males. So I started investigating. I had to check this out. Some Vincent Fischer guy that's somewhere down here. I live in Florida. This guy's in Florida somewhere. He looks like a chia pet. He's talking about he looks like money. He's got all these curls and it reminded me when I saw the guy of the old movie House Party. You remember Pops on House Party, for you guys that may have seen that movie? And he's talking to the guy in the house or whatever. He's talking about, you better never commit a crime. The cops sure to find you. Look at Jerry curl, drippy head. Look, they just find you. Follow the drip, follow the drip, follow the drip. I don't know if y'all remember that part of that movie in House Party back in the day, but that is funny if you ever find that clip. It's absolutely hilarious. This guy named Wes Watson, who was in jail, then he supposedly made millions of dollars, and he beat up somebody, his girlfriend or something, back in jail now, or going back to jail or something for more of this type of stuff. When did social media, when did these alpha males and influencers, I don't know when bragging about going to jail or being in prison became something you were proud of. I've watched some videos about this big boy. He's all into the fitness. It's a kind of cartel thing. He was connected to Rich Piana. There were some conflicts and all kinds of shit, and some people that work for him talk shit about him. This Joey Stacks guy, I watched a video, was trying to fight somebody at I don't know, I guess it was a fitness expo or something. But he's all gangstered up too, got all his tattoos on his neck. Hey, I went to jail, I live with, I sat down with murderers. But I don't know if I'd be proud of that, dude, other than you're still alive and they didn't kill you. But you probably didn't act like that in prison, because you know what would happen? You probably would have been one of those, murderer by a murderer or something, because they don't tend to like that. I don't know. But anyway, it's just a crazy, for myself, this is crazy, right? You watch these people and what they're doing. In my day, we call them con artists. They've been around forever, right? So they're selling these fitness programs to people, how to be a man, walk like this, talk like this, be like this. But they're alpha male. Well, I noticed one thing about a lot of these guys, they run in packs, right? They run in a group. So they're supposed to be the alpha male of the group or whatever, or they teach you how to be an alpha male, which there's no such thing as an alpha. If anyone really wants to go back and look it up, the alpha of a wolf pack, like most of these people are trying to say they're an alpha of a wolf pack. The alpha is the parents, right? The pack is the pack of the kids. They're through the years when they have pups. They grow up, they create a pack. And that what is considered an alpha is actually the father and the mother. They run the pack. So there's really no true thing to an alpha male. And these guys run this gimmick. And all these people that have a weaker personality or maybe more introverted, they want to try to get to be more extroverted. talk the game, walk the game. And then these guys are talking about, this Fisher guy's talking about, Vincent Fischer said, oh, if I had $80, I'd make sure I got my hair cut over getting food. What? This sounds like one of these people on the streets holding up a sign that's begging you for some money, and the first thing they do when you give them a couple bucks is run in the store and grab a beer, right? I don't understand that concept. I mean, most people I know, dominant males and that type of stuff, they walk alone, right? They're not afraid to stand on their own 2 feet and do things alone. This whole pack mentality thing that these guys have and they're offering out here, I can teach you how to be a coach. I can teach you how to talk to people. You know, this is successful. And it turns out all these people are getting their houses. Their houses aren't their houses. There's some kind of rental property that they get access to that they're out filming, making themselves look like they own a $4 or $5 million property or house or apartment and all this stuff. They've made their money off of people own social media, clicking and buying these stupid ass programs that they're selling out there. You can get all the information you want about workouts right on YouTube. There's great YouTube guys out there like Jay Cutler, John Jewett. There's tons of guys that will teach you how to do workouts, perform workouts and stuff like that. Once you start working out, you're going to build a confidence yourself. You don't really need some coach. These life coaches and all that stuff, man, just go to a therapist. If you need that, just go sit down, talk to a therapist, work through the issues that you have. Because no matter what you do in life, if you don't solve problems that you have, you're never going to be. Like, these guys are so fake, man. There's this king, Azoulay Oblongata, or whatever the hell his name is, once beat up 30 people one time or got in a fight with 30 people. He lived or something. Dude, you can put on all the nice shoes. You can put on all the slacks. Look, you can go down to Burlington and dress like $1 million for about 40, 50 bucks. That don't make you a man. You can grow a beard out. You can keep it combed. You can get a nice haircut. You can smoke what you want to say is a $100 cigar. Maybe it is. Mass majority of the time, you're probably smoking a $5 cigar or a $1 cigar or something. That doesn't make you a man. That doesn't make you some type of alpha. It makes you look like a fucking idiot. I mean, I grew up in the Deep South. You know, a lot of these, Liver King, one of the most famous ones of all of them, right? Oh, I eat liver, I eat this. Remember the whole Joe Rogan thing with this guy, Liver King guy? But I grew up in the South where people were kind of poor, and we didn't throw anything away. If we barbecued a hog, we used everything, the head and everything, right? Tongue, you name it, we used it. Didn't see a lot of bunch of jacked up dudes running around when you did that. But supposedly this guy ate bull nuts and all this stuff, made him just ripped up jack. It turns out he was spending some crazy $14,000 a month of your money. People on social media that are clicking and giving them views and liking their shit and buying their shit. Buying these programs from them. These diets that don't mean shit. You want to get bigger? You want to get stronger? It's all food manipulation, but you don't need all this other bullshit. So this guy, this Liver King guy, supposedly, but then I seen his videos and this guy's like living in a house and all that. That's not ancestral, dude. You want to be ancestral like back in the day, you live in a tent. Go build you a cabin in the woods. You don't live in a nice fancy house with a couch and shit. That's not the way they lived back then if you want to talk about how they really live. So a lot of these guys have been discovered, called out. They're just, it's fake. It is all fake. So I guess that's the thing in the world today is you have to be fake. Be fake to be popular. You got to be a fake person to be popular. If you're just a normal guy like me that goes to work, get up, goes to the gym in the morning, goes to work every day, goes home, take care of your family, I guess that's not the popular thing to be anymore. You got to create this fake ass image about yourself that is not really you. You know, fake confidence is fake confidence. At the end of the day, when someone with real confidence comes at you, you're not going to handle it well. When people that really have money, and I deal with a lot of them because I work in the construction business, and I deal with a lot of general contractors and people that owners, investors, these people that do have the money that invest, to build big shit and own big things. They have money. Guess what? They don't act like these people. They don't look like these people. Yes, they may have on a nice pair of pants. They might have on a nice button-up shirt, but they're not out here acting like that. Oh, I got tons of money and this, that, and the other. I need hyper cars and all this other bullshit. None of these people do that. No one I know that has money. I worked in NASCAR for 20 years. And yeah, there were a few drivers that had some hypercars. Tony Stewart had Lamborghinis and stuff that I saw. Most of the time, you know what those guys drove? Whatever car company. If you were a Ford guy, you were driving a Ford pickup truck, or you were driving a Lincoln Navigator or Expedition, something. Now, yeah, well, now was it top of the line for whatever it was? Sure it was. Chevy Tahoes and that type of thing for all the Chevy drivers. Toyota, I mean, they gave crew chiefs and all the stuff. They had Tundras and nice vehicles. But these people had money, man. I would be Rick Hendrick. I'm standing in Vegas. You know what pulls up to get Tahoes? Picks up Rick Hendrick. These people ain't got Rick Hendrick money. There's no big limo coming up to pick him up to go wherever he was going for a meeting or dinner or whatever he was doing. Joe Gibbs. I've seen Joe Gibbs. I've seen all these owners of race teams. I know a bunch of them. And drivers who have money, real money. Like real money. Real nice houses and real money. They're not over here for selling you some fake persona. Here, let me teach you how to be fake. That's what these goofballs, these so-called alpha males are selling you. And then they want to fight. Well, I'll fight you. This King Ablagada Azoulay or whatever the hell his name is. I'll fight you. I'm from here. I'm from there. Bro, you won't fight. Anyone that talks about fighting, don't fight. I learned that rule hanging out in many bars through my years. Most people that talk to fight aren't the fighters. It's the guy sitting in the corner that ain't talking is the guy you got to watch out for. So all this bullshit about I'll fight you, I'm this, I've done kung fu. I've done kung fu. I did kung fu too. Don't make me a master of it, bro. Anyway, I got to get out of here. Welcome to Kev Investigates. Welcome to my initial video. Let's get this channel started by getting some subscribers, getting some comments, and I know I'm just starting on something that's been going on for years, but there's more out there, and we're gonna find them right here on Kev Investigates. Y'all have a wonderful day.